live now? Hello, everyone. Welcome everyone. So welcome to my Chinese saying series. And hi, Richard. Thank you for the message, Richard. Yeah, I was going to say hi because usually there's some little time lag between. Hi, Richard, great to see you. So welcome everyone. Please feel free to say hi in the chat window and let me know where you are watching from today. And also please share your thought or what do you think about what I'm sharing today. And anytime, any questions, you are super welcomed here. That's why we're doing live streaming, right? I would love to have some engaging conversation with you today. So let me see. All right, I have Richard from London and also Nicholas from Germany. Welcome. All right. So for the people if it's your first time you are watching this, or if it's the first time you see me, my name is xiǎo-Yu. You can call me xiǎo-Yu. It means sunshine in the morning in Chinese. I was born in the morning, so my parents gave me that name. And professionally, I work as a leadership and intercultural transition coach and also business consultant. So probably sometimes the reflections I share or some thought I share is from my work experience or from the people I work with, my peers or my clients. We have a saying in Chinese. This is a project I actually started from last year. There's for like some months, every week I share a saying in Chinese together with some reflections. And this year with my live streaming access, so I decided to bring it back to live because it's quite interesting experience for me, very rewarding, and I would love to continue. So with this live streaming series, my goal is what's the same goal as last time is to share my Chinese language, the culture and the wisdom behind, together with some of my reflections and thoughts. Could be around any topic, anything that resonate or connect with the Chinese thing that I'm sharing with you. So it could be something about expat life, entrepreneurship, business, leadership, or intercultural transition for sure, and intercultural communication, international business, or personal or professional growth, any topics that resonate, connect with the saying. I will be here on every Thursday, 5 p.m. Central Europe time. And one thing, the last thing, but the most important thing, and also what makes this LinkedIn live stream different from the past is you are welcome to be my guest speaker. If you have a Chinese saying you would love to share with everyone, and I would love to invite you to come join me on one of these Thursdays to tell us your story, your favorite Chinese saying, and how it inspired you. So don't be shy. Feel free to say hi to me, send me a message if you would love to join me in the future. With all being said, let me see. And we have, hi. Hello from Munich. Yeah, so we have Harhad from Munich, Nicholas from Germany, and also Richard from London. Awesome. Let's get started. So today I want to talk about the saying I want to share with you is 勿以善小而不为. Literal translation is do not skip doing the good thing because it seems small. So here the good thing, the good could have like a different definition or different layers. It could be something we say something nice or something kind, something moral, or it could be something for yourself or for the others, for other people or for everyone, right? So this saying originally said by Liu Bei. Liu Bei is the emperor of Han dynasty. So I guess if you read the book or watch the movie, The Warlord of Three Kingdoms, you are probably familiar with the name Liu Bei. So this is the word he said to his son before he passed. The whole sentence actually has like another part is 勿以恶小而为之, means do not do something bad because you think it's very small. But today we're going to focus on the second part of the sentence, which is 勿以善小而不为. So the wu here means we can translate as do not. yi is because of. Shàn, like I said, usually shàn, the character itself means kindness, but here can be something good or something helpful, valuable. xiǎo, it's small, and the opposite is da is big. And the character here is like a connection word. We can understand it as like and then or so that. 不 is no or do not. Wei is a verb, it's to do something or take action. 勿以善小而不为. Do not skip doing the good things because it seems small. So today, together with you, I would love to explore a few topics. We'll start with what is big, what's small, right? Because 勿以善小而不为. So how we measure, how we define the size, right? And also I want to talk about the why bother attitude and how it may impact our life and work. And also later on, after that, I want to share question actually came up with in my sessions. It's say if we say we shouldn't, or if we say it's better not to judge an action based on the size of the impact, right? The value of the action, then why should we still measure the success? And in the end, I also want to share some reflections on the DEI, diversity, equity, and the inclusion in community and organization, especially how it's connected to my Chinese thing today. So let me see the chat window. Yeah, no problem, Richard. But thanks for stopping by, saying hi. And yeah, I will definitely make sure send you the invitation for the future events. Thank you, Richard. All right, so let me get back. The first one, what's big, what's small? This is a relative term. You know, sometimes for sure we have standards. So for example, we say, okay, 1 meter, how long is 1 meter? So we know that. But sometimes the big or small could be very personalized, could be really based on your personal perspective. So for example, I have this glass of water, right? So in our everyday life, probably many people's life, some of our life, the water is so simple, right? You can get it so easy, and whenever you are thirsty, you have a sip. But because it's coming so handy, probably usually we don't give it too much thought about the water. We don't think about, okay, so how the water come to my house, right? Or how it works on my body, right? But imagine on a hot summer day, after you went off for jogging or something, and when you come home, you can have a sip of water from the same glass. But how will you feel? You feel great, feel refreshed, like, the world is beautiful, right? Yeah. And even if we make one step further, imagine there are still many places in the world where they don't have enough drinking water resources, where they have like a daily limit on how much water you can have, where they need to deliver the water from somewhere far away. The same glass water could be life-saving. So the example I want to share here is about for different people in different situations or different circumstances, the so-called big or small, the measurement, it's very personal and it could be totally different, right? With that in mind, if you imagine, how about pass a glass of water to your life partner after they come back home, when they come back home from work? And, pass a glass of water, how's your day? Imagine how that would change your relationship, just a glass of water. Or how about turn off your tap water when you are washing your hands? Right, we can say, I'm not living in a place where we don't have enough water, or I don't know how the water I saved from my tap can go to somewhere where it's in need. But what matters is the small thing we are all doing could become something big, right? So the here is connect to the saying is, do not skip doing the good thing because you think it is small, or because it seems small to you, or could be because you assume it is small to someone. Because most time, probably we don't know everything. We don't know each aspect of a situation. We don't know everything about someone. So do not skip doing the good thing because it is small. Just be curious, be open, and be generous to do the small things. Let me see. That's the first part. And the second part is the why bother attitude. Let's say how many of you had that feeling sometimes, like me, to be honest, sometimes I have this feeling like with this, whatever thing I want to do, I'm trying to do, just like nothing's working in this moment, feel like stuck, or even everything's kind of working against me, right? For a moment, we may have that feeling, either sometimes in a personal life, in a relationship with someone, or in a workplace with a project, or when you try to pitch for a client, right? Or when you try to pass an exam, prepare for the exam. Even probably last year during the pandemic, many people have this kind of helpless feeling. So it's come to the point people may feel like, why bother to try? Because it's not going to make a change. It's not going to happen what I wanted anyway. Why bother? You shrug, like, why bother, right? The thing is, when we stop trying, there's no more goal or the milestone or the meaning of carry on this life and work, because many part of it could be routine or out of the routine, but we carry on, right? So no matter you do something or you don't do something, the clock keep turning, the earth keep turning. But the thing is, when we stop trying, there's no more goal, there's no more purpose, and there's no more hope. And when we go in this circle without hope, our attention and the perspective slowly also continue to prove to you that your choice to do the why bother attitude was right, because you see, nothing happened. So why bother doing it? You should just continue. Yeah, don't do the small things because nothing happened and nothing will happen. And at other times, sometimes the why bother attitude may seem like a protection from being hurt or being disappointed or upset, or protecting you from fail again. So here, the why bother attitude look like sometimes the inner critic or like the inner voice you have. It's a safer option. It's a comfort zone. But the next thing is, again, when we stop trying, stop dreaming, thinking, hoping, stop seeing the hope, there's no more reason, right? And the hope matters. And the hope can come in different shapes, different forms, and different sizes. It could even from like a one tiny celebration, one tiny success. The thing, so imagine when you are doing something that connect to your being, it's different, right? You feel boosted. And that's where also the satisfaction and the fulfillment come from. So my advice here is, first, I want to say it happens and it's totally normal and it's totally okay. It's more than okay to feel that sometimes, the why bother attitude, the feeling. But next time when you think about the situation or when you think about someone or relationship, thinking like, why bother to do that? Why bother to try again? Try to shift your mindset to why not? Why not give it a try? I'm trying to learn something. It's too hard. But why not to try just a little bit? Right? Or I'm trying to pitch for a client, like we said. Why not try again? Try another channel, try another method, try another approach, try another software, try another idea. Because when you keep trying, that's where the magic will happen, right? Because if you never give it a try, never going to happen. And also here, sometimes actually, the big or small doesn't really matter, because what matters is if you are doing it or not. I say, and then the next part is the question actually come up with my when I have my mentor session with, and sometimes with coaching session with the university students or young professionals fresh from the campus. But sometimes we discuss this topic, we say, we set a goal, you do something because you want to reach someplace, right? But we say not only to focus on the result, how important or how big you want to be, but also focus on the process, to trust the process, but to even enjoy the process, because the process is also important. Like a metaphor we always hear about, like you go for hiking, right? of course, when you go to the top of the mountain, it's beautiful, but during the trip, during the hiking is also beautiful. You got to talk with people you hike with, you got to enjoy the view. It doesn't change the thing about when you reach the end, reach the top, you can still enjoy the view from the top. But then sometimes they ask, then if you say we shouldn't judge an action based on its impact, right? To say it's a good or bad an action, or is it something productive or not, then why should we still measure the success? It's coming the why bother, right? Why bother still measure the success? So here the thing is, I think there are two different timings for measuring success. The first timing is before you take the action. So this is the time we use the assumed, or we say calculated, analyzed side of the success, the measure of the success, to decide if we want to do it or not before we take the action. So imagine many times this kind of measurement based on your past experience could be your assumption, right? It happened before and now, yeah, this time probably will be the same. Or sometimes it's other people's judgment or other people's advices, suggestions, or even criticism, right? Or sometimes the social standard, what you see around you, what you see others are doing. The thing here, that's where we let the fear of the failure, or the feeling, the eager to say, I want to be productive, I need to be perfect. That got in the way for us to really figure out what's our own measurement for the success. What do I mean is, so some people will say, okay, if I'm not going to reach this much something, if I'm not going to be the best, if I'm not going to be the peak, have the peak performance, then I'm not going to do it because it's not productive, it's not efficient, right? But the thing is that what you want? Being perfect, being on the top, is that what you want? Or it is something you sold, that's what you're supposed to want? So here, for example, I shared before also, I'm learning Spanish. Actually, I've been learning Spanish for many years, like literally many years, on and off here and there. And originally, to be honest, I learned Spanish just because I love the sound of it. So I set up a class when I was in Beijing. And then I got to use the language when I was traveling. And when I was in Mexico, I traveled with my very limited Spanish, but I got to meet so many people, have so many amazing experiences, you know. And then when I came back, I continued to learn here or there. I, talk with people. But for me, learning the language is not about being fluent, or not about being able to put in my resume, or being able to even work in that language, because it's purely just because I love it, the language, the sound of it. And interestingly, now I married a South American whose mother language is Spanish for sure. And so you won't believe my broken but creative Spanish brought us so many laughs. And that's the thing, like, I didn't expect, to be honest, when I started learning Spanish, probably like 10 years ago, 8 years ago, right? And now I continue learning here or there. But the thing is, maybe if you ask someone, if you want to learn a foreign language, why, right? Why you want to invest the time and effort? People may say for work or this or that. But for me, since the beginning, I have a clear definition of my measurement of the success with this Spanish learning, which is have fun. And so I would say with my Spanish learning, I'm having a huge success, right? Maybe it's not success to some people, but to me it is. So I didn't let this other like bigger, so-called bigger goal, bigger reason to say, so I shouldn't learn it because it's not going to bring me some practical help, right? So that's the first timing about measuring the success. And the second timing of measuring success is after you took an action. When you come into review or evaluate the outcome, the result, right? After you did something. This is actually also related to what I shared last week about the review. It could be very valuable for learning and growth, especially the more specific you are with the measurement, with your goal setting. You have the number, you have the time, right? You have like make it very trackable. And then after you took the action, you can go back to review to see what worked well. You want to continue, or what's something you can improve, or do you want to continue doing it, or put it on the side, or you want to give you a break, come back later, right? The same here, the measurement of the success after you took action, it could be very helpful, could be a great tool, but we want to be careful. We don't want to turn it into a bar, something you say you want to from reach to 10, you end with 8, and then you beat yourself up because you didn't reach it. You also don't want to turn it into a limitation for yourself. Like when people say, I want to reach 10, or like sometimes, for example, in business world, when I work with people start their own business, I want to reach 6 figure. Then my question is, that's it? Why you only want 6 figure? Why you want to limit yourself to 6 figure if the figures matter to you, right? So the thing here, the big and small is a concept keep evolving. So what's big for you today could be small for you tomorrow because you are changing. So how you see the size also changing, evolving all the time. Yeah, and with that, sometimes, and also that's an interesting question sometimes come up with my mentees. And the last topic I want to share with you is my reflection on the DEI, as I mentioned. Because sometimes I do some like a workshop or training for organizations or community or like NGO, even companies, corporate clients on the DEI, right? So the feedback, or when we talk about how people see DEI nowadays, it's interesting. Sometimes we feel the DEI topic and the approaches are so close to us. It's like literally in every moment, in every day, could be in every conversation, right, in our everyday life. But sometimes we also feel the DEI is so conceptual or abstract. So some people may say like, yeah, DEI, I know we talk about this, it's part of the company culture. We have the framework or we have a tool, we are doing this training, right? But how I see it applied to my everyday work as a team leader, I don't know. Or how it may work, hard to get started. That's also sometimes we hear about this. So back to the saying today, do not skip the small thing. So here, the big or small definition, I want to extend it to the individual level, one person individual level, or the bigger group, a bigger scale, right? Or in other words, we can say something directly related to you or not. So come to the DEI is do not skip your DEI effort or commitment because you think one person yourself cannot do too much, or because it is not your business, right? Or this is not available. I'm not in a situation that I can do that. And also, no doubt, the DEI is the responsibility of corporate and organizations, in a structured way, strategy level, management level. But it's also every individual, either in the society or in the company, in the corporate organizations. We also have responsibilities. We can also take on something. So do not skip doing the small things because they're too small. And a friendly reminder here, the DEI is actually a very broad definition. Probably many of us hear about the DEI focus on the race or the gender issues, but there's much more. There are much more than that. The age, the mobility, skill set, culture, religion, right? Values, beliefs, even languages, right? So all these things are under the DEI umbrella. Just some of them could be so simple. For example, how you say hi to our colleague, or how you shake hand, or how you pronounce someone's name, or how you pronounce someone's gender. All these are under the DEI. But you may say, why bother? Oh, it doesn't make a difference. Just how I call someone, how I shake their hand can make a difference. Yeah, if everyone do that, it can make a difference, right? And talking about this, I also want to share with you with this Chinese saying sharing. So my personal reason I want to do this, or my purpose, my drive behind is I believe the power of calling in. So instead of calling out some misinformation, some disagreement, which I believe that's also helping to raise the awareness. But I'm doing this Chinese saving sharing is as a way of calling in. By sharing my knowledge, the little thing I know a little bit, I'm trying to build some mutual understanding to start a channel for communication. So if you want to say what I'm doing is big or small, hard to say. Like, probably I have few people watching, probably some people have some hundreds of people watch the playback. How many people really take it on from there? Probably later when you watch the playback, you click like, or you don't click like, you share with someone, or you keep it to yourself, or maybe you walk away, right? But to me, what matters is I am doing this and you are being here with me right now. That's what matters. And we will see what it leads, well, where it leads us to, or what it brings from here. Because if I just say, this impact is too small, I'm not going to do it, or why bother do it? How many people are watching? I even never try to do it. All the possibilities not going to happen because I didn't make the first step, right? And same with my training program, the coaching training program. So back in 2019, when I was searching for programs, one of the reasons I chose APAC in the end is because of the mission statement of APAC is raise the consciousness of the world, one person at a time. So if you think, the consciousness of the world is so ambitious, it's something so magnificent, something so beautiful to talk about, to think about. And then we come back to the foundation, the beginning point is one person at a time. So no one person is so small. So I became one of that person, right? And also I come out here to work as a coach. That's also one of the drive of my coaching work is to raise the consciousness. And I have so many peer coaches, people either graduated from the same program or different program, while doing all this work. So if you look at the individual level, it is small. But when we put everything together, we become the V. It's actually very big, right? So that's some of the thought on the DEI, or how even individuals can take on something. Even if you keep your mind open, you can always see something you can do, right? Let me see here, chat window. Awesome. Yeah. And with that being said, we come to the end of my sharing today. And actually, I shared the same thing last year in one of my LinkedIn posts. And when I was reading my post from last year, I was thinking, maybe I can get some inspiration. I still love what I wrote last year, to be honest. So I actually have it here in front of me. I want to read it for you, to share with you. Imagine if you use one closed tote bag, we will save the earth. If you say hi to one neighbor, we will have a caring community. If you read one book, we will have so much to talk about. If you do 1 hour volunteer work, we will change many people's lives. And if you self-reflect once a day, we will all see each other in a new world. And let's take the if out. Be the change you want to see and start from you, because nothing is too small to do and you are not too small to take action. 勿以善小而不为. Let me see here. Yeah, I see Hanhat. Thank you, Hanhat, for the comment. Well done and thought-provoking. Yeah, because I think it really, like I shared in the beginning, every time when I prepare for this content sharing, it's really a self-reflection process for myself as well. That's why, and sometimes I try to tidy up things to, to having like a 20-30 minutes time to share something. But I think really, if you give it a deeper thought, even people from different cultural backgrounds, from different perspectives, there's always something you can walk away with, right? So thank you, Hanhat, for sharing. Yeah, so with that, we come to the end. This is part of my content sharing LinkedIn live stream. We have a saying in Chinese. I'll be live on every Thursday, 5 p.m. Central Europe time. Each time I will share a Chinese saying together with some of my reflections and thought. Something could be from professionally as a coach and a consultant, or could be simply as a person, as a human being, right? So I would love to see you around, to come in live, engage with me like people here today. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Richard, Hi, Nicholas being here. And also, don't forget to say hi, to let me know if you would love to come join me to share your favorite Chinese saying and how it inspired you. All right. Thank you for being here, everyone.